Alright, now that the engine's out of the car, I've completely stripped it down. Bare bones, just the long block pretty much, with the intake still on it. Overall, it's in good shape. All the parts are here. I'll be dealing with this front cover, the doghouse, and the valve covers. I will be getting these things media blasted and then repainted along with this intake. But I need to use this intake for transportation purposes, just so I can lift this thing in and out of the truck. But there you go. As stock as it gets. Well, off to the machine shop this goes. Get this thing rebuilt. Now I'm going to have to start putting some time and effort into the engine compartment on this. Clean it up. Yeah. I'm going to have to put the touches on this for sure. And then get the motor back and put it back in. Let's get at it. Okay, now we're going to deal with this engine compartment now that the engine's out. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is not for the faint at heart. I got my work cut out for me on this one. So my plan of attack with this is I always start from the top and work my way down. So I'll be addressing areas like this, cleaning all that up on the firewall first. I'll be stripping down all of the stuff off of the inner fenders, the alky reservoir, the battery, and I'll be taking this bracket off. As you can see, it's had its better days. So that bracket's coming off. This plate's coming off. This plate's coming off. Bracketry that supports the power steering. And I'm going to take a bunch of the stuff that's on the engine as well, and I'm going to take them to get media blasted so I can prep these for paint, and hopefully I could restore these pieces without having to replace them. And then clean up the fenders. Lord have mercy. On both sides, I'll be stripping everything down. And after I finish the fenders, I will be dealing with the frame. Kind of my plan of attack. So let's get these pieces off, get everything organized, get ready to get these things media blasted. Okay, and that is the day today. Battery's out, alky reservoir's out. On the top where the map sensor and the bracket was up there, that's out. The plate that goes around the heater box, that's out. On this side, the cruise control is out. The bracket that holds the power steering is out. So now I have access to the fenders to clean them. And for the rocker panels to paint them, clean and paint them. That back one is going to take some work, that's for damn sure. Clean up all of that. Shoot it with a coat of paint. Clean up these fenders as best I can. And if I can't, I have to paint them, then they'll get painted as well. Plate is off for the rad. I have everything sitting right over here. So I'm going to media blast that. That bracket. That bracket. That plate. The bracket for the cruise control. Clean up all the other stuff. Now, where the car is concerned, I don't know if I'm going to do anything with the loom that's on here. I think it's just easier just to replace it as opposed to trying to clean it, because loom is cheap and it makes the engine compartment look that much better. But yeah. And then just check out all the grounds and stuff like that on the harness. Make sure that's all in good shape, that I don't have any broken loose wires or anything like that at the back of the engine. And then I will get into masking off, well, first cleaning the transmission lines, and then masking it off with tin foil so I can get at the frame to clean that and then paint that as well. So this engine compartment will look night and day. So I'm just going to pan and let you see exactly what I'm working with and what it's going to look like when I'm done. There's only so much I can do today because it is hot as balls out here. And I ain't trying to sit there and sweat all day. I've already lost 10 pounds of water weight just doing this. But you're gonna see when this thing is done that there is absolutely levels to this stuff. It's not even bragging, it's just what it is. I just know my temperament when it comes to stuff like this and what I deem acceptable and what I don't. This will be 10 times different than what you're seeing now. There you go. That is the end product. How about that? Intake manifold, cruise control bracket. This is the bracket that has the map sensor, valve covers. Came out really nice. Thing for the rad support. Front cover. The doghouse. This is the shield for the heater box. And this is the bracket for the power steering reservoir. Now I gotta slap some paint on this thing. Hang it, let it dry. On to the next. And there we go. got 3 coats of paint on this. We got all the 4 brackets painted, nice gloss black, along with the top plate. There is the lineup. I had to wipe it down with Varsol after I got it out of the glass beading booth. Then I shot a brake cleaner, rubbed it down with a Paco pad, dried it off, and here are the valve covers, painted, a lower intake, front cover, and the doghouse. That, my friends, is the Ricketts Racing seal of approval. This is what I do. This is what I do. And this is the day after. Look how nice that came out. That's the shield for the heater box. Up here, I got the valve covers. How about that? Got to put the grommets back in them. The intake. Even inside it. How about that? The front cover. Here's the bracket. Look at all the rust has gone off of it. No pit marks in it. That's for the power steering reservoir. This right here. Look at that. Come on now. That's for the cruise control. And this was all rusted too. Fantastic. That's for the map sensor. And that one back there, I'm not going to pull that one down, but that is the rad support. So now what I got to do is start lining up all of the bolts for the front cover. I'm going to blast all the bolts because they're all rusted. And then I'm just going to stuff these bolts in cardboard with the head sticking up. And I'm going to shoot them all satin black. So that is the next job that I will be doing, because I have to get this stuff over to, or at least these items right here, over to the machine shop so this can be installed on the motor when it's being put back together. So stick around. I'm going to wrap up this video. Next video, I guess this will be what, part 2, 3? Part 3, start dealing with the engine compartment. Catch you on the next one.